well, no more thank you. Okay. So what's a miserable thing? What's a miserable thing? See, we are exactly ourselves. We are exactly ourselves, no doubt at all. But the thing is, we don't know much about who we are. We are exactly ourselves, no doubt. But unfortunately, we don't know much about who we are. See, what we think about the self, so ego is entirely different from our true self. See, our true self is so huge, so far beyond the scale, far beyond the scale. No scale at all. True self. We have what we think about the self or ego is so tiny, so tiny. It doesn't matter. Don't care much about that. That's kind of things. But we have to think. We have to just realize it. This huge, much more than, much bigger than the, well, maybe, exactly, much bigger than the universe. Much bigger than the universe. This is our true self. So that's the reason. Shakyamuni Buddha just teaches we should not care much. We think about the self, just forget about it. Then try to do zazen. Try to zazen. Only zazen. You'll be able to just realize who you are. This true ourself, true self is so huge. Muchas gracias, Kazan-san. Muchas gracias. Okay. So this is the most important thing and the most valuable thing to realize who we are. As I just mentioned, this our true self is entirely different from what we are thinking about as self or ego. Entirely different. So only one occasion, only one chance, we'll be able to encounter these true selves. Only one occasion. See, within our life, we have to just encounter this through ourselves. See, the first, as I already mentioned, the first person who realized this true self, or this truth or reality, is Shakyamuni Buddha. Then Shakyamuni Buddha just recommended us to just realize who we are, this true self, within our life. See, only one occasion. Okay. The things we go back to today's text. Today's text is 83. The Dharma of Thusness. So. I always just forget about to introduce a kind of a person.
Hi everyone, my name's Brian or Honan. It's nice to meet everybody. Good morning, good evening, and good night.
Hi, I'm Bryson from Australia. I'm also a resident here at NLG. Hi everyone.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tesshu. Thanks for attending. Thanks for sharing.
May I have to just introduce myself? No, thank you. No, thank you. Very good. Okay, so okay, so today, yes. How do you pronounce this?
Thusness.
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 Thusness. Okay. The down of thusness. Something like this. Something like that. Doesn't matter, you see. Title doesn't mean anything. The thing is, what Jinen Roshi just teach us is the most important thing. Then what Jinen Roshi just teach us about our true self. Our true self is the field, the mountain, the village, and my body are the sound of the bird. It is accessible. See. What is this is very important. This is very important to realize who we are. See, what he just teach is. See, when I grab my hand, simultaneously, at the same time, you become this sound itself. No doubt at all. Without doing anything. Not only person. This goes, everything's become sound of birth. This is the truth of the universe. This is the reality of the universe. When I clap my hand, everything becomes this sound. See, this is a saying. This is saying what he's saying. Say the teachers is everything is one. Everything is one. One is everything. You see, this is the reality of the universe. This is the Shakyamuni Buddha just realized. So what as far as people we are just concerned, see, because I just clap my hand and then you just hear the sound. This is entirely different. This is a totally misunderstanding. See, when I clap my hand, sound come out. See, everything's become this sound itself. So it's easy to understand. What is it? See, the field, the mountain, the village, and my body. My body are the sound of the bird. When the sound, when the bird something disappears, and we totally become the sound of bird itself. This is the reality of right now, right here. Yes. What do you think about? Okay. What's remained to be had? See, nothing remains as it is. Nothing remains as it is. See, well, as I just mentioned, as far as the people are concerned, we are concerned. See, we hear, we heard the bird of the sound of bird. See, this is a totally different. Totally different. We simply become the sound of bird. See, no separation between the sound of bird and the what you think about the self or ego. No separation. Oneness. See, as I just mentioned about when I face this, I simply become as it is. This is the reality. You see, this reality only exists in the whole universe. See? Nothing concerned about what people think about this, that. Nothing at all. See, only this. Yeah. Then everything just going on, and then everything just come out, and totally everything disappear with this. Is it quite understandable? Got it. No, never say no, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. So, what remains to be had? This is a very important thing. What remains to be had? Who just heard the sound of bird? Who heard the sound of bird? See, we have to just realize these things. Otherwise, we are totally deceived by thinking and thought. You see, this is very important thing. Why do we divide a person listening and the bird's voice into two? See, this is a cause of the trouble question problem, so-called suffering. Only this causes suffering. Once you realize this, what we have to realize is oneness. You see, when I feel this, I just become as it is. This is the first thing. Then, you see, this is the thing just happened before recognition. Then we just recognize this. I recognize this. And then certain separations just happen, come out. See, then we just think about this and this is separate, divided. This is a misconception, total misconception. See, that's after recognition. After recognition, that's the misconception just happened. But before recognition, you see, exactly the same as it is. No separation at all. This is a truth. This is a reality. Unfortunately, even just I just say so. Nobody understand what I say, what I said, even in concept. Unfortunately, but we just move. We just act exactly what I said. See? That's reason. Shakyamuni Buddha just recommend us to Zazen. See, what's Zazen? What's Zazen is whatever thinking or thought come out in your mind. See, just a simple release, apart from as it is, this is it totally. Then you'll be able to just realize who you are. Only this way, you can just encounter through yourself. This is a Shakyamuni Buddha did. What Shakyamuni Buddha did is that, but he never noticed it because nobody taught him that. He just my inner sense invited Zazen. After his realization, he just he could just realize how people will be able to encounter the true self. That is Zazen. That's Zazen. What he did is nothing concerned my inner sense. See, he didn't know much about Zazen. But after his realization, he just understood how people will be able to just encounter the true self. That is Zazen. See? So that only Zazen, you'll be able to just realize who you are. So that is a very important, the most important thing for us to realize who we are. See? As I always mentioned about, through ourselves, entirely different from what we are seeking, what we think of the self-word ego. So if you just wanna encounter through yourself, just simply do that. Okay. Yeah, this. Why do we divide? Why do we divide a person listening and the bird's voice into two? See, as I just mentioned, this is a cause. This causes the problem question. So only this. See, this kind of separation. This is kind of separation. As far as people are concerned, this is kind of a reality, kind of truth. But this is not a truth. This is not a truth. This is a, I may say that's the creation of thinking or so. That is not a truth. The truth, reality is when I face this, I simply become positive one. To be able to understand. This kind of activity, you are always doing it right now. Always you are doing it. But even you just doing that, you never be able to realize what you are doing. What you are doing. See, without awareness, without what we thinking about the self or ego, we can just simply act right now. Yeah. It's such a wondrous activity, such a marvelous activity we are just doing right now, right here. So the thing is whether you can just accept your activity without awareness, without self or ego, or not. That's the main thing. So if you just accept this reality, the Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarchs just recommend us to do something. Only that. See? Karisa again. Karisa again. 1 square meter. 1 square meter space is enough. Well, if not, half of it is enough. They are the kind of round cushion. If you don't have it, it doesn't matter. Simply say. Then what's the other age? What's the other age? What's the other age? Whatever just thinking or thought just come out in your mind. You see, the thinking of thoughts just come out in your mind without any reason. Without any reason. So why do you have to care much about the kind of thinking coming out in your mind without the reason? See? It's not necessary. It's necessary to care much about or deal with it. Just it will release it. This is totally enough. This way, you can just encounter through yourself. See, this is a very important thing. Okay. It becomes two things. You and the figure of the bird, and you and the bird's voice. You think so. Is that normal or is it strange? See? Because as far as the people are concerned, it's normal. It's not a strange at all. Because see, all the people just thinking about there are the two things or three things. See, all the things and what we think about the self are completely divided by thinking on thought. This is not true. This is not true. That's a creation of a thinking of thought. Never be deceived by thinking of thought. Before recognition, there's nothing exists. Nothing exists. Before recognition, nothing exists. Only kind of activity with with six senses. Something like this. Without awareness, you never know much about what it is. This is a reality. This is a reality of before recognition. Then you recognize the things. Recognize this reality. Then the reality, this sound that yourself are completely divided. There is certain separation between the sound and what you think about self. Then you can just recognize the sound of a bird or sound of the things. This is totally misunderstanding. That is not these things just happen after recognition. See? But the truth or reality is before recognition. Before you just recognize what's going on, the things is totally disappeared. Nothing left at all. So that's the reason. That's the reason we have to do it. Okay. See, you will think so. Is that normal or is it strange? Whether it's inside or outside about yourself or a person's view, or about others, you'll come to see it in this way. This way people just thinking about, but this thinking this thing is a vision concept, not the truth. See, not the truth. The reality or truth is as it is. You don't know much about sound itself. You can realize the sound is late. See, when you just when you become this sound itself, you never aware of it because of one. You never be able to be aware of sound itself because you and the sound become one. then you just recognize. That's the half. But the reality is already disappeared. Nothing left to do. Oh. To be understandable. Be understandable. Only this activity, we are just doing right now, right here. No others, more or less. See, this activity. See, when you see this, when you face this, you simply become as it is. See? Without doing anything. When you see this, when you face this, you simply just become as it is. Why we have to be? Why we have to be? See? Without doing them, without doing. Why we have to be as it is? Why we have to be as it is? Without doing. See, who are doing? Who is doing this? Who is doing this? See, this is a very important thing. See, to just realize who you are doing. Who is doing? Who is there? See? I did late. That is a later. See? When you face this, simply just become as it is, without what you think about the self-ego entering or intervening, without intervention of what you're thinking about the self or ego, simply just become as it is. See? This is the most important thing. Okay. Then the viewer appears. See, after you recognize the sense, almost say the sense, the sense being recognized. the things being recognized and the person who just recognized. Almost same time just happen. See? Then people just completely be deceived, fooled by this activity by thinking also. See? But reality is before what you think about the person who just realize that, recognize the things. Before person who just recognize things is reality, is the truth. See? Very hard, very hard to hear. I think so. I think so. But this is a total truth. This is total truth. So that's the reason. If you cannot understand what I say, but if you just realize who you are, so simply do that, then the more you just the more you just release the thinking of thought as the more you just become what you are faced with. Because no separation between this and this is one. But what's the obstruct? What look, this truth is thinking also. See? Thinking of thoughts broke this reality. See? So you just simply release the thinking of thought. Then we just thinking of thoughts, simply we just become as it is. Then you'll be able to just realize this is that. This is that. Although it's very easy to say, but it's totally difficult. Totally difficult. See? Especially especially modern people are always thinking, oh, too much thinking. Too much thinking causes a kind of mental disease. We don't need to think about that much. Simply, as it is, without doing, without thinking also. This kind of wonderful, marvelous things. Our true self is. See, only are the what we think about a human being have a kind of struggle, because what kind of human what we are thinking. What we thinking about the people is too much, always too much thinking, too much thinking. That's the reason that it's caused a struggle of face. Without thinking or thought, we can simply act. This reality we have to realize it. Without thinking or thought, without thinking or thought, we can simply act right now. This is the most important thing. That's the Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. Without thinking, we can simply act. We can simply we can do it without thinking. Without thinking, I can just simply talk to. May I ask one thing, Thompson? May I? Am I just am I talking about such a crazy things or not? Crazy thing?
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. Very, very great. Without thinking, without doing anything. Simply I can just ask something like this. Very great. Okay. When we are attached to thinking, this is very important. When we are attached to thinking, this is a normal people who are just doing. See? When we are attached to thinking, there will be a discrepancy. There will be a discrepancy between the thinking and the actual fact. This is a kind of discrimination or separation between this and that. See? As long as we just care much about thinking or thought, see, there is the certain discrepancy between this and that. This is not a truth. Truth or reality. Truth is without separation between this and that. So oneness. See, oneness is the truth of the universe. Oneness, always one. Everything is one. One is everything. This is the truth of reality of universe. See, when I just clap my hand, everybody become this sound. Everybody become this sound. Not only person or this, that, everything. Everything become this sound. This is the reality of the universe. When we are attached to thinking, there will be a discrepancy between the thinking and the actual fact, the reality. Thinking between the thinking and what's going on here, kind of a discrepancy or the discrimination, separation. Just happen because you just try to figure out what's going on by thinking also. It's not unnecessary. It's not unnecessary. No? What's going on here is simply what you thinking about the self or ego's activities. In other words, what's going on here is the six senses activity only. Only six senses activity. That's your activity. What's going? Everything is just going on right now. Is your activity. See, nothing others activity. The whole things what's going on here is your reality. Your reality. Oh, it's very hard. It's very hard. But never give it. Never give. If you just wanna just realize what I'm just saying, is simply use that. Then, in a sense, gradually, you'll be able to understand. What's a crazy Jinen just saying. Very great. Okay. When a person's views arise, it's cause a problem. See, this is very important thing. See? If thinking come out, thinking is other person's viewpoint. See, when a person's viewpoint arises, see, about you, arise. Then the viewer or persons appear. Excuse me, I just made a mistake. Whether it's inside or outside about yourself or about others, you come to see it in this way. Then the viewer about appears. When you just face this, see, you simply become as it is. Then you recognize this. Then a kind of person just appears. See, before recognize this, a kind of person, never exists. See, this is very important thing. See, because you just recognize this, almost the same time you recognize this and recognize what you thinking of the self or ego. Before recognize this, before you just recognize it, what kind of a person never exists. This is totally true. This is the total reality. Never be deceived by your thinking also. See, what you think of, what you thinking about the self or ego never exists. See, this is very important thing. Okay. When a person's viewpoints arise, it's cause a problem. It is, so that's it. That's the reason it's called as because you just recognize a kind of person, what you think about the ego or self. It's called as trouble because what kind of what's thinking about the self or ego never exists. It's just only exists in your mind, in your mind. That's the creation of thinking or thought. That's a creation of a thought. You just recognize this one. This one is not what you think about yourself. No? This is the Dharma body. It's not the human body. This is Dharma body. See? But you just regard to this one as a human body. What you think about yourself. This is totally misunderstanding. People know much. People don't know much about this reality, this truth. That's causes us trouble. You see, this one, or what we call the Dharma body. See, within this Dharma body, you see, what you think about the self or ego never exists. See, you have to see through them. You have to see through with a kind of the self or ego, or with a kind of ego exists or not within this body. See, then you'll be able to just totally accept what Shakyamuni Buddha realized. See, within this body, there is nothing concerned with what you are thinking about the self or ego. Just empty. This is totally empty. See, this is totally empty. Because this one is totally empty, everything just comes out. We understand that. We understand that. Because empty. So everything just comes out. This kind of things. Okay, it's cause a problem. It is as clear as chop. Our word thing. It's as clear as chop, and there is no room for doubt. You see what it says? You simply become as this sound is, as it is. You just do it. You see, without doing anything. This is a totally certainty. Without doubt, simple. You just become this sound itself. This is the most important thing. We are made not to try and do anything. See, as I just mentioned, without doing. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? It is necessary to, excuse me, it is necessary to encounter this state. Yes, this is the most important thing. See, once you realize this state, this reality, you're completely satisfied with everything. You can just completely satisfied with everything without anything. Without anything. This is the most valuable thing. This is the most valuable. what the people thinking about, oh, I just go look at so many things, people just want to gain. It's useless. Useless. We don't need to do anything. See? This reality. Once you just realize this, that's totally enough. Without having anything. Without having anything, totally enough. Because non-self is the universe. See? As long as you care much about the self, you never just realize this truth. Once you just forget about what you think about the self or ego, you just become universe itself. Very congratulations. Right. Okay. It is necessary to really touch this state as it is, always as it is, always as it is. Nothing, any activity, nothing more or less activity, but only this. Very simple, very simple. Unconditionally. It is necessary to unconditionally touch the fact that the things are as they simply become as it is, always. You never just separate from this reality. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, always as it is. Never miss this reality. This reality is true yourself. That's the Shakyamuni Buddha realized. That's what you think about self. This one is totally different. Although this one is a huge, although this one is not a human body, but this Dharma body is so huge. See, everything just going on. Everything just going on in the universe. What you think about it? Just come up on this. See, so this body is just shoulder. That's the shoulder. Whole universe. See? This one is such a huge thing. See? Unconditional. It is necessary to unconditionally touch the fact that things as what it is. See, never separates from this reality. See, if you just realize who you are, this is very important. See, yes. See? Or the things for ideas. See, sound for ears. See, this those six senses activity. Those six senses activity. You'll be able to just realize with it. See? You'll be able to just realize who you are with those six senses activity of the six senses. Otherwise, you'll never be able to just realize who you are. See, when I face see, only those are the six senses, the activity of the six senses exists. Yeah. Nothing concerned with what you're thinking about the self or you. Doesn't exist at all. Only the activity or function of the six senses exists right now, right here. That's Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. Until then, there is something that seems to be a person who sees and knows that it is okay to let it be, not the Beatles, let it be. That is my favorite song. No, it's not necessary to say so, Tom-san. But anyhow, as I just mentioned, for a while, how long it's going to be, nobody knows. But see, as the sincerity is just the sincerity is just do that. As I mentioned about the gradually you just become as a kid. Then eventually there is no separation between base and base. See? Then you'll be able to just completely realize that this is not what we think about us, what we thinking of the self or ego. See? This is the universe itself. The non-self is a universe. See? That each person is so huge. That's not like what you think about the self or ego. Okay. Then before you recognize this, realize these things, this reality, kind of what you kind of think about the person, what kind of the self or ego, just come out. But that is another truth. That the thinking of that the creation of thinking simply throws them away. See, this is enough. Then what you think about self or ego completely disappears. Then you'll be able to just this is everything is already done. Nothing left alone. Nothing left alone. Everything that's a state is a non-self is universe. You are original, fundamentally, your universe itself. This is Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. See, totally different from what we are thinking about the self or ego. Our true self is so huge. That's the reason. This is the most valuable thing for us to do. Thank you so much. It's a time for lunch. I'm so hungry. Cousins never laugh at me. This is reality. This is a reality. Hungry is a reality. Thank you so much. Okay, so once more, the next, the other day after tomorrow, we'll be able to just meet each other. Thank you so much.
Gracias. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.